Let me tell you something, brother. You're listening to the sWo podcast. So all my sneakerheads, what you gonna do when the sneaker world order runs wild on you? Tune in every Wednesday with Ashley Clark, ACS Sneakers, Patrick Townsend, and Blazer Reggie. Enjoy the show, brother.
I don't know. I'm thinking about getting rid of them and getting a smaller size because like this shoe on my feet looks like Converse's when you go up a size 11 plus.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I might keep them and keep this size and just deal with it. But I wore these today, man. I wore these and I'm liking them. I'm liking them. I can't complain. Not yet. I can't complain, but we're gonna see how it goes from a few more weeks when I put them on my feet. But that was what I was wearing today, man.
Hey,
Tried to put
Reggie, I want you to put your seatbelt on because I know what you're like for walking out. So today I wore a New Balance. Surprise, surprise. It's a bodega. Reggie's gone.
Reggie's gone.
He's gone. He's gone. Reggie, come back. So yeah, this is the 990 V3 15-year anniversary bodega.
Nice.
Hard for people to cop.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was sat there. I had like 3 phones, iPad, and everything ready. And like the closest I got in the queue was like your number 180, and I was like, oh god, I hope. And
I don't know how people do it.
Yeah, got it. So, you know,
And
happy with this one. Oh, mate, they're comfortable. They're comfortable. And 990 is always comfortable. V3 is probably one of my favorite silhouettes on it. And yeah, just rocking them. Only in the dry weather. It's a bit wet out, but I wore them. What's wrong? I'll keep. What's wrong, Reggie?
Put them down. That's okay. You can put them down. Put them down.
Yeah.
Put them down.
But they're on feet today.
Hey, I love that shirt, by the way. That shirt is pretty dope.
Oh yeah. I'm not. It's not a food one. Sneakers. Yeah.
I love that.
That's how we do it here. We've all got our own fits. This is good. Sometimes everyone knows that your shoes got to, meet your fit. So what I reckon to start with, we'll go round the board. Everyone ask. If it's all right with Kenny, everyone ask one question. Because we all
I'm ready.
just
I'm
think
ready.
of a question, and then afterwards, bit of early preparation, or 100 questions.
Hey.
Reggie's ready.
Awesome out. I'm prepped. I'm good.
And then what we're gonna do a fantasy, kind of pick, fantasy draft. So we've got to pick the colorways, and we'll go into more of that the closer we get to it. So we'll start off with Reggie. He looks keen. So ask your question.
So, if you don't mind, I got 2 questions. Just 2 questions.
Okay.
Shoot.
Okay, Mr. Unloved Ones.
Oh, he wrote them down. I like this.
Yeah.
I got one question. The number one question that's been eating me ever since we found out that you was coming on the show, man. I just gotta see where your mind is at. What would it take for you to come on to the winning side of come on to the New Balance brand? What would it take to leave Jordan and come on to New Balance? I just have to know.
A lot. Trust me. I've had people from certain brands say, hey, we'll send you a box, a nice little size care package just to break out of that. And it hasn't happened, man. Now you can send those for my kids and my kids all day. I let them wear whatever they want to wear. Me, nah. Now, if it's a work shoe, if it's a steel toe and it's a work shoe, maybe. That's the only way you can get me out of a Jordan 1. Work shoes.
Get those slam jams. They're quite good.
So, okay, what if I can talk to the brand and I offer you a signature clothing line and a shoe line plus endorsement deal?
I would have to be outside of Instagram. Like I'd have to be done with Instagram first. Cause like that is me on Instagram. That is everything that I built up. Period. I would have to close down like, hey, this page is done. This is strictly news. I am no longer the head of this page. None of that. So, because that's a good, that's something to do, you know, like outside of this and being truthful, you know, having your own brand and really being able to work with multiple brands. Yeah, I would leave Instagram in a heartbeat.
Okay.
I think all of us would. Every one of us would.
That's it.
I'd leave right now. So
Well, I can't say nothing. I am hired by a brand, so mine is like that's my work, you know.
Yeah, when you start talking about like ownership and stuff like that, and being sponsored majorly, yeah, that's money. You know, that's building a revolving check, so to speak.
Yeah.
This right here.
That's it. When they pay
you know,
the bills, that's it. You
yeah,
open.
yeah. Right now, Instagram is the only thing paying me off of social media. So.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, my second question is, right?
it was a second question. That's two questions.
That was a good question. That was a good question.
Carry on.
Oh, my bad. If you want to go, go ahead. If you want to go ahead.
My one is, you've probably been asked this a lot of times, but you know, like I said to you, I wasn't really a Jordan 1 fan because my feet were too long. So they looked like the Converses. And back in the day, I mean, I got into Jordans around the Jordan 3-4s.
Right.
So 4 is my favorite silhouette just because at that time, that's what it was. What was your first ever pair of Jordan 1s? And how old was you when you got them?
Chicago's, and we're talking 95, 96. So I was probably like 8 or 9.
And did you ruin them completely?
I wasn't in love with Jordan 1s at the time. Like I was just in love with Jordans and Nike. So everything got trashed. I didn't take care of shoes really until like I want to say 20s, around my 20s. Like even when I was in high school and I would get new gear and stuff like that, I would just trash it. And not purposely, it's just that, you know, I wasn't caring about, like, I was always going to have another pair somewhere lined up. So whatever I had on didn't matter, so to speak.
Yeah. So, okay, no, that's my one. I've got more later. I can wait.
Good. We'll go around and then we'll do a second round of it. That's fine.
Talk about me with second questions. He got more.
You go with 3. Don't try. You try. You trying to do it quickly.
Go on there, Aidan.
Right. So mine's kind of like, it's more of a question for me. So like, I personally don't like Jordan 1s because of how my feet are. They just don't work for me. So I like the CMFTs. So obviously I know
love the comfort. Yes.
You're like, oh, that's good then. I was a bit like, oh, I know you collected the OG, and then I was a bit like, nothing's there. Do you know what I mean?
I got they sent me 2 pairs earlier this year. Back in January, they sent me 2 pairs, and this is one of the ones they sent me.
Gone.
Yeah, I got them.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah.
Now, that's where the comfort is at, though.
Yeah,
it's a regular sole on the outside, but this is where the softness is, and you can see it being pushed in. Completely crazy. But yeah, they sent me 2 pairs earlier this year, and those, like, if I know I'm about to have a long ride or I'm about to be out all day with the missus, those is going on. Like, yeah, comfortable, very, very comfortable. But funny thing, these also have zoom in them too, so that's why these always get pulled back. That comfort though.
Gonna slap on the all whites before you even put those on. Okay, I do have another question. Just a quick one. So you like Zoom conference. I was trying to see, would you wear the Alame's her Zoom comfort Jordan 1s?
I didn't like the I guess like the color of it. The colors are cool, but it's just not something that I would actually go for. So I'd probably say no. It's not a colorway that I'm like keen on. Like if I think it needed one more color to break it up for me. Like I understand what the colorway for. It was for the school that she went to and everything, but it just, and I'm not a Dallas Maverick fan, so that really didn't rock with me. So because that's that old school jersey for them too.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Luca though, but
Okay, so we got one from just a question from the Instagram, and it said, how much money is too much money to spend on a pair of Jordan 1s?
anything over retail.
Wow.
Always try and get them retail.
If you don't get them, retail hasn't climbed over 400, and the last time retail was 400 was in 2015 when the Pinnacles dropped. Outside of that, you know, anything between the 160 and the 200 range is cool.
Okay, so that's answered
Very
that for that person.
What do you?
So you
Sorry, I was going to say, what do you think of this? Like, I mean, you've been into not been into trainers, but you've known of trainers. You like trainers for a long time, or sneakers, as you call them in America. Sorry.
Hey, trust me, I understand both. You're good.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, back in the day, there used to be people who, you know, you'd go and like to the meets and things like that, and they would have trainers what, you know, they didn't want anymore, so they'd sell them on, and it'd be close resale, and there's some what you hadn't got, so you didn't mind paying that bit more. But for me, and I think we spoke about this on the last podcast, since the Last Dance Jordan video, it seems like Jordan 1s have just skyrocketed. For
1 through 13 or 1 through 14 is ridiculous.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about like the reselling market as it is now? What is it?
This is where I lose a lot of people. I don't care about resale.
We're allowed to talk here. Just talk.
It's open. It's open.
So here's the thing. I never got into resale. And the reason why I didn't get into resale is because, one, I'm bad at it. Two, I couldn't, like, there was like morals to me. Like I didn't feel right about any of that shit, right? Can I can curse?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
My bad. I didn't ask. So I didn't
drink,
feel right about
smoke,
any of that.
do whatever you want. It's fine.
So I kind of I kind of strayed away from it, and the more I strayed away from it, the less knowledgeable I became about the whole subject matter of resale. Of course, I know about the apps and the shops and everything that people resell on. And back in the day, people were reselling on Facebook and all that other good shit. But I say all that to say this, like, I don't keep up with the prices of everything, nor do I do the prediction stuff that a lot of the rumor pages do. Like, they like to do the prediction, oh, this is going to be like 300, go ahead and buy, or sell. I'm not into none of that. Like, to me, if you're a reseller, you don't follow none of those pages anyway. You do your own thing, stick to your own prices, and you move how you move. Although I do have a lot of associates and acquaintances that are resellers, it's just, to me, it's just not, it's never been something I kept up with. Like I said, I didn't keep up with none of the prices, what's going up, what's going down, and none of that other stuff. Like, I hear it in passing, or I hear it in conversation, because I got friends that if they can't get what they want, you know, retail, they're going to shell out the, you know, couple $100 to $1,000 for whatever pair, because they really want it. I was never that way, retail or nothing. Now, I've been fortunate enough to make enough connections to where if I really, really want something, I'll get it. And sometimes if I really, really want something, I'll just call Jordan Brand directly.
He got it like that. Just
Yeah, he's got ties. He's got ties. You ever been sat down with Jordan Brand? Do they ever set you down, take you for a meal?
I was supposed to have my trip up there. Now, mind you, this is something anybody can do at any given time. You can always visit campus. But I've been invited by several different employees several different times. Next year, God willing, I'm going. I was supposed to go last year, COVID. I was supposed to go the year before that. I didn't have time for my actual employer to actually do it and have enough time to do it. And this year, it's all about my kids, man. So next year for sure, I'm planning every possible trip I can plan to just go. And that's one of the destinations I'm going. I'm taking my wife with me. I'm telling friends, if y'all want to meet up there, y'all can, because like I said, it's open canvas. As long as you have somebody who, you know, give you an invite to, you know, go places or whatnot, it's free.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
I'm definitely going up there. Now, the people that I want to see, I got to make sure are there, because if you go on a weekend or something like that, hardly anybody's going to be there. You want to go during the week because it's like a regular 9 to 5. You know, people they're working like they're working like we work. You know, so. And the Zoom meetings are done. They're there now. So that was another reason why I didn't go last year, because a lot of people were still working at home.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to miss out on specific people that wanted to meet me and have, you know, face-to-face interaction. So
Yeah. Well, it look like we got an invite, guys.
Yeah, we only have to fly to America.
like I said, it's an open canvas, man. All you got to do is go. The good thing about it is everybody is followed by somebody at Nike or Jordan Brand. Whether you know it or not, somebody on Instagram or Twitter or whatever is following you that works there, knows somebody who works there or whatever. And all you got to do is throw out that basket and go, hey, I'm going to be up here tomorrow, and guarantee somebody's going to say, hey, you want an employee pass so you can go to the employee store, or you want somebody to show you around? It never fails. I haven't seen one person say that I know of and not be greeted by somebody that, you know, because they're very friendly. You know, it's not like a top secret thing. Now, those type of meetings, tour trips are completely different. The ones where people get to see product and stuff like that, that's a whole different ball game. Now, I hope that happens for me.
If you've taken a camera, I'm sure they'll let you let it happen, kind of thing.
So from what I've heard is when you go on those type of tours, they take your camera or your phone at the beginning and you get it back.
Oh yeah, just in case you see something that's coming out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad for me because I see everything that's. Anyway, go ahead.
See that anyway.
Yeah, I'm by the time I get there, I'm like, oh, that's next season. Yeah, I see that.
That's good.
Sorry, I've got another. So when you started your Instagram, I mean, it's probably like most people. You went on Instagram, you just posted what you liked with your kicks.
Yeah, no, not at all. Well, if you scroll back far enough, you'll see me with Black and Milds, plates of food, lots of random verb memes, lots of random shots of like spiders and outdoors. Like, yeah, no, I kept my shoes off of Instagram. I didn't start putting my shoes on Instagram until like probably the end of 2013. I just started heavily getting back into sneakers in 2013. Like, I got back into sneakers my last deployment in 2012, but I wasn't like heavy into it. And I was still only getting Jordan 1s because I had already established that with the white. But it wasn't like anything today. Like the decision to turn my page to what it is now is all thanks to like MJ Dan 23, Jumpman Bostic, the OG support page, Jordan 1 Club, Old Man Allen. Like, these people and those pages are the ones that inspired what I have today. You know, it was nowhere near like this when I first started.
So was the name originally there, or did you change your name later on to that?
No, I changed my name. I changed my name in 2013, and the name came from I had a lot of mids. Right?
I got another question, but carry on.
I had a lot of mids. I had a lot of Jumpman highs, and then I had a lot of other retros that people just didn't like. You know, they thought they were ugly or trash or whatnot. The unloved ones, so to speak. And I kind of kept with that. Like, somebody said it in a comment, and I just ran with it. Like, fuck it, I'm Mr. Unloved Ones. It took on a deeper meaning, of course, because around 2013, 2014, I was going through a bout of depression, and I just spoke about this last night. The emotional literacy to understand what love is and loving yourself and being able to receive love from somebody, just recognizing exactly what it is, it being unconditional, it being comforting, it being caring. Like, I did not recognize that in myself or from people. So I felt like I was just the unloved one out of my family and just out of my friends. So it took on a double meaning, and I just ran with it. I didn't say anything mental health wise on my page until like 2016, 2017. But yeah, before then, nothing. It was all ugly Jordan 1s. And the history part didn't come until, I want to say 2015-ish. M. Jordan, I'm always going to credit him for this, because without him, there'd be no history of ones. He made a diagram detailing the DNA of Jordan 1s for Nice Kicks. And I said, has anybody discovered when they first called Jordan 1 mids? Like, when did the first mid come out? Technically, the first mid came out in 1985 on court, Jordan 1 PE by MJ. That's the very first mid. It's in Chicago. The second mid came out 2001 with the Japan pack, Then mids did not return again until like 2008 going on. And they didn't call them Jordan 1 mids until 2012. Crazy ass timeline. But yeah. Sorry, I went into that whole sphere.
No, that's good, because that's it. A lot of people wouldn't understand that. Like, you mentioned the OG support group. Obviously, like, I listen to other podcasts as well, and like Sean Collins, stuff like that. And they're all part of that. And obviously they got like the flight pack and everything given to them. Like, they got invited by Jordan Brand and stuff. But they're very much the same thing.
I got mine first though.
That's another thing that I noticed your page. Like, they were quite exclusive, and not a lot of people liked them. But like you said, they're kind of like the unloved ones. And because I think if they were a GR, no one would have gone for them. It's the fact that they were kind of so limited that everyone wanted them.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's coming up with hype these days as well. It's a hype machine.
Here's a crazy thing, right? So the amount of Jordan 1s has never changed. Like, literally, like, just a Jordan 1 specific, low, high, whatever. The amount that they put out every year has not changed. Now, where they put them at has. The amount of color per shoe hasn't changed either. So we'll get anywhere between 12 and 18 of these a year, right? The OG high with the Nike uniform. 12 and 18 of these a year. Out of those 12, 3 of those are going to be women's pair every year. People look and pay attention. Every year, there's 3 women's pair. Now, I'm breaking it down like this because this is the easiest way I've been able to, put it. So the number has been set for the amount per color every year. Has not changed since 2019.
That just shows, doesn't
Now,
it? How many people are interested.
Me, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Me, right? So
just talk. I'm good.
So with that, the hype has risen since the release of the Union Pack, 2019. Everything after that has been gone. There hasn't been a pair that dropped since 2020 that did not sell out. It may have not sold out instantly, but it sold out. Even the Gym Reds, these Volt Golds that came out earlier this year, every single pair sold out. Now people are giving credit to, COVID happening. And then of course that mixed with the Last Dance doc and all that greatness. But okay, all that's been done. And they're still selling.
It's still happening, yeah.
So yeah.
So are you?
I say all that to say. I'm sorry. I say all that to say this is like, oh, they're making them limited. No, they're not. They haven't. They haven't. And the last.
Do you think the material was changed? I do believe the material has changed a lot, or is it just this different, not silhouettes, the different?
They play with materials every year. You
Yeah.
know, that's something that, you know, like speaking to, you know, the material designers, like that's something that they have to do. You know, they can't just every year put the exact same shoe out. Like that gets stale, that gets boring. So they always try to do fun things to make it interesting for people. Just like this year has damn near been a year of suede and nubuck, where there's a lot of pairs that have suede or nubuck on them, or a mixture of leather and nubuck. They've matted out a lot of pairs. Like they just played with the material as much as possible. The last time they had this type of freedom was like 2012 going into 2013, where they were able to really play with the materials and the colors on everything. Yeah, like they have more freedom to do what they want to do right now. Now, some people are loving it, some people are not. You know, some people wish that, why can't we just get a all full grain leather shoe? And then when we do, people get upset because they don't like the color of they don't like the color, right?
I'm saying nothing on the McDonald's.
Super pink though, right?
Yeah. It's not me that, like, I don't, like I said, I don't really wear Jordan 1s, but like, again,
I don't like pink. Tell the truth.
Yeah,
Huh?
you won't catch me in Strange Loves or nothing. You won't catch me in anything pink, but that's just a personal preference, you know.
Hater.
Aiden, what? You getting quiet over there in the corner. You got anything that you'd like to ask, want to say?
Irving, I mean, I've not been in this for half as long as probably most of you guys. You've probably all been doing this a lot longer than me. I mean, I was Air Max as a teenager, and I only really got into Jordans 2018 when I first saw the Black Cements for the first time in person. Was the first time I was like, right, I like Jordans now. So like here, I had no idea that it was like, I mean, I do reviews every single week, and I didn't even cotton on to the fact that there was 18 released a year and 3 of them are women. It's just mad.
At least that's just the highs.
I mean,
That's
at least
just
I
the
got
highs. It's like 30. It's like 30 mids, 30 to 20 mids every year,
mental.
and 20 to 30 lows also. So, and then that's not counting like the hybrids and the crazy stuff that they do throughout the year. So, like, yeah, it's a lot.
One thing, I mean, sorry, Aid, was you going to say something more?
I was just going to say on the laws, did anybody get the Kai 54s that got that shock drop today? I mean, I got a pair, so I wanted to bring it up.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
None
there,
of us
look.
did, Aiden. Thanks, friend.
I had to drop it. I don't get the access often, so Kai 50. I mean, it's not exactly a hype pair, but I'm first pair of laws I've ever had this one. So hopefully,
Those are dope. I really like those too. Those are dope.
The only lows I ever got were the Spades. I got them a few weeks ago. I got the Spades.
Yeah,
The only lows I have are the is it All-Star Weekend, the patent black ones. I think they call them.
Yeah, they're Spades. Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice. I like those.
Those were made for Brooklyn and Queens Day in New York. That's a little bit of history. That's what they made those for.
I didn't even know that. I have Jordan lows. I have the, which one is it? This one? Yeah, I have the ghost green Jordan lows. I mean, I really do love those. Honestly, I do.
Those are clean.
The only ones I've got is the All-Star Weekend ones. I think they released them a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
The black paint.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, those are comfortable. Those are more comfortable than I think than these are. You know, I don't know why. I mean,
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
You know, what I have noticed, and you know, like Aiden does videos, I do videos, and what I have noticed with the Jordan 1 community is there seems to be a lot of hate for mids.
Yeah.
And is that because of it? Like they say, it's the tongue labels shouldn't be a jump, and it's
Echo chamber.
It's a what?
The echo chamber. The follower crowd. It's so. Back to
where did that come from? What was that based on? Because I'm assuming Jordan himself wore mids.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
like you said, yeah, he wore them at first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2001 was, you know, the last time people got a chance to get an OG high, right? But even then, you'd have to. Those were still technically cut low. But anyway, I say all that to say this: like they at the time they started going crazy with a lot of stuff. I say like 2008 through 2012, before 2013 hit and we got the OGs back. People were like, they're dropping Jordan 1s like Skittles and all these crazy colors and yada yada yada. So people were following that trend and saying, oh, I'd rather wear Dunks anyway, man. Those are cut too low, and people just didn't like mids. And the mid hate truthfully came from people not liking mid Air Force 1s.
Okay.
They looked at them the same way, like it's a mid. I'm not wearing that. Now, there was a lot of dope special mids that they made, like the Air Force pack, the Levi pack, like the Father's Day pack. Like there was so many mids that came out that were just well executed, and the concepts were dope, that got looked over because they're not highs. And even when the highs were dropping, they didn't like the highs because the highs had a Jumpman on the tongue. They weren't true highs to them. They didn't like this.
Yeah.
Understandable, because, you know, it's a leather tongue. A lot of people are not going to like that, right? They didn't like the material. The way these are cut is completely different. They're a little bit more narrow. There's a piece in here that's like right here underneath the forefoot that they took out when they did the 2015s that people couldn't stand, because even when the damn retros came back in 2013 with the Knicks pair and, you know, that whole year span where they brought back every damn OG colorway, people got them, but they were still upset, saying they were uncomfortable. So it was like the mid hate just was there, like, fuck, I'm not doing it. It's a bastardized shoe. We're leaving them alone. And even people who've never had a mid followed that ideology as if it was law. And that hasn't changed at all. And I can tell when somebody says they hate mids and they've never worn a mid. You know, they probably seen a dope mid and didn't get it because they thought their friend would clown them, or they wouldn't get the love they want on social media. So they just kind of like bypassed it. Now, mind you, 2019, that Fearless pack dropped a lot of mids, a lot of special mids. And that sort of changed the perception a little bit. But of course, perception didn't really matter after COVID and the Last Dance. If it's a Jordan 1, it's getting got. If it's a 13, a 7, a 6, it doesn't matter. If it's close to an OG colorway, it's going off the shelves.
Well, I mean, I remember going into my office, and I work with, you know, let's just say very boring people.
Yeah.
And they would say to me, my daughter wants a Jordan 1. I'm like, you don't even know what a Jordan 1 is. I can guarantee you wear sandals to work with socks. You've never seen trainers, you know? And they're like, oh yeah, you know, Jordan 1s. And, you know, I'm like, what do you know about Jordan 1s? Like, oh no, you know, that's what all the kids want now. And I'm like, where did this come from? Because you're talking about, for me, you're talking about a really old trainer, you know, in a sense that when it was first came out, and, you know, and if you, that you may have come across it in your life, but where they are in their life, they would never have come across it, you know? So it's like, and it was phenomenal. The fact that, like you said, every time you went to get the Jordan 1, it was gone. No matter what the color, no matter what mid, high, low, it's gone. Some you see sitting there still, but, and then, you know, I wasn't really into reselling, and I'm not a reseller at all, actually. But, you know, you then think like, oh, right, yeah, there's these sites, you can go and get them if you want. And then all of a sudden they're double the price. And you're like, whoa, it just went ballistic. And, you know, you start seeing the mids. I bought my first Jordan 1s were mids, I have to admit, but I liked them because they sit well with the kind of trousers I wear. Now, if you get highs like these, it gets difficult. How do you buy them? And, you know, do you have it? You know, it's all like wearing that old Converse.
How do you style them comfortably to where, you know, you feel comfortable with? It's a different ball game.
What's the difference then? What's the height difference? Is it literally like the top of a thumb? It can't be much of a difference, really. It's literally an inch or so, isn't it?
It's about an inch.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, but that's your ankle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all know if you put on Converse and you tie them too tight, you try and walk.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, you're
Ankles.
Bambi. You're Bambi, mate.
You know, you feel like you just got skates on.
And that's why a lot of people do like lows, because you know they like their ankles exposed.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to say about The Last Dance, it reignited a lot of love for a lot of older collectors, but it also woke up the people who know how to monetize, not necessarily resellers, but just people who know how to dip in and dip out. It woke those people up too.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of people that know how to work a market that are also in this reselling game now that resellers don't like, because they're not here and they're not respecting the reseller code. They're literally in like, oh, I know how to buy out a store.
Yeah.
You might just come here to buy out a size run, but I can buy out the store. So who do you think that manager is going to let backdoor? Me or you?
Yeah, that's it.
And those people kind of ruined a lot for the reseller, so to speak. Now, mind you, I don't care about, I don't really care about it, but I'm privy to a lot of that stuff that has happened. You know, it's a whole dirty underbelly of the resale world, where cash talks, and yeah, it's bad out there. That's all I can say. It's bad out there.
So what do you think about the what are they called?
The trophy rooms.
You knew I was going to say that. What did you think about that?
Benjamin Kicksman.
So, a lot of people blame Marcus, and I don't. I blame his friends, because Marcus had nothing to do with that. Because if Marcus really had something to do with that, you think Jordan Brand wouldn't have said anything? Not his pops, but the executives at Jordan Brand. It would have been a different ball game. But there's people who have degrees in business that have done the deep dive to know he wasn't behind none of that. I mean, I don't like.
He doesn't need to be.
No, he doesn't need to be. Like, just a face. I mean, and that's all you really need to pop off a store. You just need a face. Like, if I got PJ Tucker to come down here and open up a store, he ain't got to be here to run it. It's PJ Tucker's store.
Yeah.
That type of ordeal. But how I felt about it, it's tainted forever. I would never want to own that shoe unless it came directly from Jordan Brand. I couldn't. Or an athlete that I know, I just couldn't. And the only reason I say it is like the replica market is so advanced now that
we were talking about that.
There's absolutely no way that I trust anything on any resale app whatsoever, unless it's a pair that I know for sure hasn't been replicated. Now, I know what pairs that I would actually go for that haven't been replicated, and if they try to replicate them today, they would be nowhere near close to them because the pair's too old. Those are the pairs like, okay, I can respect it. Anything, I'll put it to you like this, anything 2016 and up, fuck no. I would never do it. I don't care if it's a low. They mastered it.
Yeah.
They have literally mastered it to the point where 2 years ago, when Nike officially filed those trademarks, granted, 2 years ago, Nike couldn't tell the difference between a replica and their actual product.
Hold on. Are you saying Nike only filed trademarks for Jordan 1s 2 years ago?
Now, the trademark has been up for years. They never really got around to doing it, and they had to wait. There was a time period before they could go forward and push with it. That's what a lot of people didn't understand. They felt like, oh, why couldn't they just do it? Because they had to wait.
Wow.
And as soon as that period was over, they went for it. But anyway, long story short, they had to cut up pairs and compare them to their retail pairs cut up in order to tell the difference between the replicas and the real thing. That's how far down they had to go. I'm not doing that.
God.
That tells you how advanced it is now.
But that's the thing. Most of these UA places are like, when they're in China, obviously Nike brand are asking the Chinese to make the shoe. When they get leftover materials, 99% of those leftover materials are going into replicas. It's the exact same shoe. It's just not trademarked. That's literally the only difference between some of them. like obviously you're going to get the cheaper material ones, which are like 2 warehouses over. But if you hit lucky, you could literally get the exact same shoe. It's just not licensed.
Yeah, and some people are okay with that. Me, I'm not.
Nah,
I'm not.
I don't think I'd never own a fake.
And I'm not knocking anybody who does it. And I always say that, like, hey, if that's what you want to do, by all means, go for it. Just do me one solid. Do not try to sell it as a real thing.
We said that last week.
That's it. That's it. I don't care if you know how many people I've posted with fake kicks.
Really?
I'm never going to say anything because that's not my place, but they know. They know I know.
Wow.
It just is what it is. Like, and then here's the other thing. So, hell, even today, it's like I get 5 of these a day. I get 5 messages like, hey, is this person a legit seller? And this is my reply every time. I do not vouch for anybody who is not an authorized retailer.
Yeah, you can check that on Nike as well, can't you? You can
Bingo.
Yeah, that's it. You can send that seller, and Nike will actually turn around and say they are.
I
are the
retweeted
reseller.
that. Yep, I retweeted that probably like a week ago because it's like, nah, if Joe Smo is reselling and he's mixing in fakes, ain't no way for me to tell you that Joe Smo is selling, all authentic pairs. I can't vouch for that. And then online, it's next to impossible to tell the difference between a fake and a real shoe. So nah, I would never. And here's where I caught some flack, and I continue to catch flack. I do a lot of news. I break a lot of news, and if we see new pairs, we post them. Well, a lot of people are taking me posting certain people as me vouching for them, and that's not the case, ever. And I always say that is not the case. I am merely showing you what the shoe looks like. This is for reference only. Yeah. If it's a retail pair, hey, here you go. Here's a retail look. But if I don't say that, people should know that, hey, 9 times out of 10, this first look, this early, it's a wrap.
Yeah. But that's like those 2s, isn't it? The 2s that are coming out. I showed them on here a couple of weeks ago, but no one actually knows what the real one looks like at the minute.
We only seen one real pair, and that was like earlier today, and that was from Sue Bird.
There we go. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like the ones we were looking at, they weren't even the right ones.
There's 2 coming. There's a black and blue one, and there's a black and blue one, and that's Chicago Low. Those are the only 2 that I know of.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna have a fun game now. So everyone's kind of going to be at a disadvantage here because I think Kenny probably knows most of the colorways. So we're going to do a fantasy draft of the Jordan 1 colorways. The rules being, right, so we're going to try and come up with rules. So if you're saying a shattered backboard, it's all 3 versions of the shattered backboard. It's
gotcha.
not like shattered backboard 2.0. No, we're not doing that.
It's awesome. Gotcha.
Yeah. So if you're going to say bread, you can have band or you can have kind of a collab, but obviously the colorway can't be identical. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to go around. We'll have 5 picks each.
5
picks each. Yeah.
I haven't got that history in me.
Oh, there's colors. There's colors.
Okay.
We'll go 3. We'll go 3, and if we can extend extras, then possibly. But 3, everyone can think of 3 colors. But you're all going to be kind of, because 3 colors. There's 5 of us. It's 15 different colorways. God, my maths is good. I've been drinking. But yeah, 15 different colorways. We'll let from what I can see on my screen, it'll go Kenny, Pat, me, Aiden, Reggie. You drew the short straw on this one. You go last, but then we'll reverse it. So your second pick, you go first, and we'll go back around. Okay, so colorways away, and go have a colorway.
Chicago.
Okay, Chicago's off.
Who's it, me now?
Yeah, go on, Pat.
Oh no.
Is my internet gone?
No, you're good.
Oh, right. So I can only say these, and you can tell me the history of these, and I can't tell you the color, but these are the first Jordan ones I had in my hand, which I thought this material and the workmanship on this was top notch, and it's the old love, new love collab
Mm.
with the yellow and the black.
Yeah, the yellow and black. Yeah,
Yellow, black, and then I think it was red, and I can't remember.
the black toes.
Right, that's right. So that's my first ones.
Okay.
That's two. I only have to do one more.
That counts as one.
Damn.
I'm gonna go court purple.
No.
Yeah, court purple. I'll take that.
You go something that's not even your favorite color.
I'm gonna go pine green 1.0s.
Nice.
It's not in this order. Court purple was my number one in order, but I gotta switch that up now because he took my favorite color. But I'm actually gonna go with the Jordan, the Shadows 1.0s. I remember I had a pair when like my freshman year in high school, and my cousin had the red and black ones, the band Jordan 1s. No, it was the Dunks, actually. It's the Dunks. So I had the gray Shadows. So I'm going to say Shadow 1.0s for me.
And your next pick?
I'm actually going to go with the Alame high school color. I really, really like that pair.
Okay.
I feel like I'm the only one in here that likes that pair. So I'm going to go with that one.
Travis Scott ones.
Okay. Travis
No,
Scott.
he's got to pick. Oh, okay. Damn.
All right. I'm going Dior's.
What about them?
No, I didn't.
Shit, we're going collabs. I'm going with the fragments then.
Well, Pat, you'll go.
Oh damn, I skipped over, man. I'm sorry.
Pat, take it. You have to pick a new one.
So if he's gone,
You can. It's still up on it was my turn.
No, I can't. No. You know. He said Travis Scott, which is obviously the brown and the mockers, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I can't say mockers now, can I?
Listen, I know every Jordan 1 that is released. You can pick the fragments.
You're gonna just go steal. Just go and steal.
I'm gonna go the Volt Universities.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just like that. I like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's the yellow. It's just different.
Nice. Well, I'm switching it up since I shouldn't have just, throw that out there. I'm picking the Art Basels.
Oh. Do you have
which I have around here somewhere.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta see that. I might know what you're talking about, but I have to see that.
If you give me 2 seconds, I can find a pair.
No problems. Pat, you do your next pick while we get to see what this one looks like.
Okay, so my last one.
I reckon we're going to go to 5. Can we do it?
God, this is hard.
You'll be fine.
I'm going to go, what they called. And it's just the colors. I can never wear them, but I just like the way they look. And it's the, is it My First Coach? The one with the pastel colors?
Yeah.
I had them. I had them as well, My First Coach.
Did you? You know what? It's
oh, look.
I haven't got, oh, yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. Those kind of look like the turbo greens, but like a lighter green or like a lighter color.
It's almost like a Tiffany look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tiffany coat. Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
those are nice.
Yeah. So yeah,
What's
My
that?
First Coach. That's
My First
one.
Coach. Nice.
Yeah.
So obviously I've got a little bit of a knowledge, and this is a pair that's eluded me. I'm never going to get hold of. So I'm taking them, the Dorenbeckers. Yeah. The kind of
The
like
what, the Dorenbeckers?
with the palm trees.
Okay, the first ones, yeah.
Yeah, the first ones. I thought they were stunning. I could never get hold of a pair. They're ridiculously priced, but yeah, Dorenbeckers for me.
The Dorenbeckers? Oh my gosh, those are.
Yeah, it's a different ball game.
I'm gonna choose the I can't remember the name of the colorway, but it was the one that Nigel Sylvester did.
Yes, sir.
I really liked them. First time I saw him, Tom Stefanik was rocking them. and I was like, yeah, don't fire them. So yeah, I like them. I'll choose them.
Are we doing strictly highs or can we do lows and mids too?
Everything. I just done a low.
Everything.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. It's a low. I think Aiden, I talked to you about it. It was those the anime Jordan 1 lows. They coming out recently. They're gonna be coming out. They're like red. And, they get a red one and a blue pair. That one to me.
So the Mighty Swoosh pack.
Yeah, Mighty Swoosh pack. The blue ones. Oh man, them blue ones are just. It's a must cop for me to have. I would love to have that pair. Man, that Mighty Swoosh is. The blue one is very dope. If I can get both to complete to complete the collection, I might cry. But I'm gonna take the Mighty Swooshes, man. Those been on my mind since I talked to Aiden about those.
Nice.
Yeah, man, I like those.
So we're gonna go for 5. So another one from you, Reggie.
You know what? I got it. I want to say Obsidian ones. I really love the Obsidian ones. I really love those. Well, wait, what? Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna save this one, but I got it. Obsidian ones.
I'll take somebody else has. I'll take the Shatter backboards.
So,
have to think
can I say something about that?
Go on.
That is one shoe that a lot of people at Jordan Brand are still disappointed with me in, that I do not like.
Wow.
You know they're disappointed in you.
I like the Shattered Backboard Aways, and I like the Black Starfish, because I don't call those part 3.0s. I like those two, but that first one, no. And the only reason that I'm still like holding this distaste for that shoe is social media. It created leather experts, man.
Yeah, I truly say that leather, the Shattered Backboard all leather, it seemed like your feet were hurt in those. Oh no.
I just like orange. So I'm thinking of colors at this point. Just what colors are?
It. What colors?
Green. I'm trying to think of a red one next, just if anybody wants to throw me a line. Can't think of any red ones that haven't been said.
So yeah, I got plenty.
I'm going Rookie of the Year.
I had a pair too. Man, that thing. I shouldn't have sold it.
I wish I had, I was gonna get a pair, and it was a toss up between them and the off-white Chicago ones that I got. And I was like, I know that if I still had them, I would still have them. Like if I had them, I would have still had them. Like my off-whites are gone now, but if I would have had them, I probably would have kept them, because you can wear them with pretty much anything. Like just that kind of colorway you can wear with anything.
Man, I miss the shoe.
Okay, I'm going to go for a colorway which I cannot get because I have man feet, which is a size 12 or 13 US. But it was a woman's colorway, and it was the is it Psychic Blue?
Is it like the tie-dye ones?
No, it was like a kind of beige overlays with a base baby blue.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Black tongue.
I just don't remember the name of them. But yeah.
No, I can't. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Bear with me.
Screen shares on. So if you want to find it on your whatever you're looking on, you can.
I don't know how to work this computer. That's too tricky.
Oh,
hold on.
I thought you was talking about the Conference Zooms that's coming out. It's like a baby blue, like a brown. That Conference Zoom Jordan ones that's coming out, or I think they already came out.
But these were women's ones, and we had that conversation about women colorway and all that. Here they are. Hold on, can you see that?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Oh yeah, they're nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I was very upset that my size, I can't get them. Yeah.
That is a nice shoe. I don't know why. Every now and then it's a half show for me with that shoe. Like I wake up one morning, I'm like, I like it, and then the next one I'm like,
I like it. I know I can't get it, and yeah, it's like your mum saying no, you can't have it, and then you really want it. It's like that.
Talk to Mr. Unloved1s. I think he can get it for you.
Go on then, Kenny. Last pick.
Soulfly Jordan 1s.
Ah, man.
Reggie's having to rethink again.
That colorway, like the Miami Hurricane colorway, that is.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite pairs, man.
Man, that shoe is nice.
How many have you picked, Kenny? Have you still got one more?
I could pick one more. That's 4.
Pick one more. That's your 5th then.
Chicago, Art Basel. Actually, that was Chicago, Art Basel. Soulfly. That's 3. So one more before. Damn.
When you know all the colors, it's hard to pick one. Look.
Unions.
Which on my next one?
What, black toe?
Yeah, Union Black Toe. That would be the one I would pick.
Man, either one of those would be lucky to have.
Yeah, I did not get those because the credit card that I entered at the time that I actually won was expired.
Oh, wounded.
That happened to me again when they shock dropped the UNC off-whites.
Oh,
when the UNC off-whites dropped, card was. I got lucky with that pair. I still ended up getting a pair, but
Right,
that
I'm
was
going to go down a rabbit hole now. I know we're still doing the trainers, but how do you hit on sneakers?
I don't. That was that. I've hit on sneakers. I've hit on sneakers twice in my lifetime, and that was the Travis Scott lows, which I let my mans get, and the UNCs. My card was declined, so it was like those are the only 2 times I've ever like.
I feel really bad having like 4 on there, or like just for this year.
Yeah, I don't win anything off of Sneakers app. I barely ever won any of the local raffles for these places. Like, I'm terrible with all of that stuff.
Oh my God, you make me feel great now. I thought sneakers.
Yeah, nah. I don't acquire my shoes the same way everybody else does, so it's a little bit different now.
That's
but
cool.
I was still
need to know that someone in your level is still with me. That's all I need.
Yeah. No, it was horrible. It was horrible. Like the frustration. Like my wife just looked at me like, "Yeah, I remember, dude." The disappointment, the anxiety, all of it.
Oh,
like, yeah.
And when it says you're in the queue, and you're like, "Okay."
I put the phone down and say, I'm good. I'm gonna walk away because I already know what it means to me. I already know what that means. In the queue means you are in the queue to be screwed. Like, what's
as if it comes through,
right now.
If PayPal comes through or like Apple Pay or anything, it charges you at about 8-minute mark. You're golden because that normally comes through first, and then it suddenly goes, "Yeah, got them," and it's like, I didn't even have to wait 15 minutes. If you're still there at 14 minutes, you might as well walk away. Like,
they don't even tell me I've lost anymore. I just don't talk to me. Anything.
Your phone just switches off.
Yeah.
The app
closes for you.
Before you entered, you was not going to win, so we're not even going to tell you.
And the app force closes for you.
Go on then, Pat. Another one from you, son.
What? I got another one.
Yeah, you got another one.
Oh God, damn! Right.
It's your last one. That's all right.
Right. I'm just gonna have to go with the colours here.
Go
on. No, I know. And again, it was a recent one, and again, I think it was a woman's one, but it was the snake, Jordan snake skin.
Oh yeah, the snake
skin. The white with the red, and it had the snake.
The satin, what was that, satin brand? I think.
Satin, that's
snake.
it. Yeah.
Satin snake.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, we got that shoe all wrong. I remember when we got the colorway for that. I was like, how did this happen? Like, we thought it was gonna be like a Chicago, and then somebody was like, yeah, it's gonna be like a black toe but reverse. It was like, wait, what?
Still sold out.
Perfect concept. A lot of people just didn't agree with the execution.
Yeah.
I did have it. I had it for my missus. I had it for myself. It was decent, but it was very feminine. Like I know how they always
Stop it, Aiden. Stop it. I know what you're trying to say about me, but stop it. I don't care.
Quite feminine shoes, man. I wanted to keep them. I put them on my feet, and I was like, "Do you just feel like you're in somebody else's shoes?" I was like, "I can't." So I like,
I got some women's pairs that are tough to wear because it's like,
Glitter.
yeah, these, yeah. Some are a bit much. Like maybe only when my wife wears that I can wear.
We're matching. That's the only reason. We're matching. Okay, so my last
guys.
one.
I mean, I'm assuming you're all under size 9 or whatever then.
No, I'm an 11.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. I am a 10 and a half.
Oh,
So that's a 9.
Yeah, it's a 9. Yeah.
I'm an 11, 12. Well, 12 in New Balance. I'm an 11.
So you can't get the women's pairs either then?
No, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah,
Can't get them.
10 and a half. Mr. Unloved1, 10 and a half. We need to talk. I know you have some pairs I would love to have. Yes.
He don't sell. He's not a reseller.
All right.
I don't think Reggie wanted to buy them.
He said he got some shoes hard to wear. Give me some, man. I will wear it. I will wear it. Give me some.
I do need the downsize. I do need the downsize.
I'll pay shipping.
I will.
Yeah. That shipping is I know it's crazy.
Not
Trust me, I know it's
we're Brexit now. It's not even worth it.
There were some Euro pairs that I loved, and I was, my wife neglected to tell me how much she had to pay for them, but she got them for me. There was a pair that came out in 2015. There's a pair of KOs that only came out overseas, didn't touch the US, and they were green. I was like, oh, I have to have those. So she got those for my birthday. And she, like I said, to this day, she won't tell me how much she paid for them.
No, that week we didn't eat. Okay, so my last one, because nobody else has picked one, but back in the day, I was a bit of a rocker. And one pair that I did look at, because I liked the kind of detail in it, the Comme des Garçons, all black, like the rings on them and stuff like that. They're a pair I could have rocked with like band tee and stuff like that. Because that's the thing. A lot of bands these days, you look at Zakk Wylde and stuff like that. He rocks. Like, I'm pretty sure they had their own line as well, like of Jordan 1s, because a lot of rockers wear them as well. So
yeah,
it's just like it's good to see. It's good to see stuff like that. When you see, rockers wearing what people would say is kind of more street fashion and stuff.
See, that was a collab that went under the radar. Like when they dropped.
Well, not me. I went to the gig, saw them wearing them. I was like, oh, I'm on that. Couldn't find a pair though.
Yeah, they were pretty expensive too. But a lot of people over here, they didn't want them until after they sold out. Like, wait a minute, the shoe came out? Yeah, the shoe came out. And I'd let people know, hey, the shoe's coming out. Hey, the shoe's coming out in 10 minutes. Hey, the shoe is out. Hey, the shoe sold out. And then it was like, hey, when did those come out? Idiot. Did you not hear me say this shit 4 times before? I can't say it like that, but sometimes I'll be wanting to say, like, God damn it. But
then Aiden, last shoe.
You know what? I was gonna say the Londons behind me because they was made very, very well. I mean, I'm not an expert, but feels like it's good quality. But I'm actually gonna pick the one pair that last year, like, I got in my feelings about, man. Like, this is when you get to that point where you're like you start raging about resellers because you wanted a shoe that badly, but really just because you woke up late. And I woke up late. It's a small. I woke up like 10 minutes late for it, and I was like, these fucking resellers. I would have had that. And I was raging, and for months I was going to pay a resale, and I never got around to it. And now the price is up. Well, I don't pay anything over £200 for Jordan 1s. I'm very similar. Like, if I can get it for 40, 50 quid over retail, I'll pay it. But I ain't paying like £300-400 for a Jordan 1. I'll pay that for certain shoes, but not for Jordan 1s. But yeah, so there's the smoke greys. Is it the smoke greys that you was wearing, Patrick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a bit salty when you pulled them out. I'm not gonna lie, that little hit.
It's all right. It's about time. It's about time because I'm always in envy of you. So it's about time.
The Skeptors every week.
Yeah.
He commented that on a video. How's it going? Dreadfully, mate. Honestly, fucking awful. Sick to death of wearing it. As a kid, I remember having one pair for about a year, and it was just is what it is. But when you get to an adult, I mean, I don't have that many pairs. I mean, I'm not in the 80s yet. I only have like 36, something like that. But like when you look at 36 shoes and you're wearing one of them, I just fucking does my head in because I can't wear anything else because I've said I'm wearing these every day. So yeah.
Yeah, I think my feet are this big because the only way I was ever going to get new trainers was if I'd grown out of them. Or I wore them into the ground with his holes in the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I wore them into the ground with his holes in the bottom, my mum would go mad because she'd ask me how I'd done that. So I had to grow out of them to get them.
He's a size 9, really. He stuffs his socks.
I was a size 6 and a size 9 trainers with socks in the bottom.
Yeah. Stuffing them to get more. And
Yeah.
Reggie, your last pick, Reggie.
It's gonna be. I can't think of the name. I think Mr. Unloved1s, you can help me out here. I'm pretty sure you probably can. It's the there were Jordan 1 mids, and they had the watch on the lace. I forgot what it's called.
The Melody Asanis. Yes.
Yeah, those I would really love to have. They like over $1,000 in my size, but for a women's shoe,
For a mid.
They were like,
it's a collab, so that's why it's collab shoe.
Yeah.
Ash, and it's unisex.
Yes. Ash, can you pull that up? Like that? Because I don't know. Do y'all know what I'm talking about, guys?
Yeah,
multiple colors.
Rainbow.
Multiple colors. Yeah.
What they
pretty much with the cloud soles. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness, those are beautiful.
What are they called again?
So real quick, I'm happy y'all took it easy on me with the questions. I appreciate that. I get a lot of tough questions when I go live on Instagram. Sometimes it's like, damn, can I answer that? I appreciate y'all.
That's it. Well, we'll bring it up, and I'll post a photo of what Reggie's talking about, and we'll leave it up to the listeners and the public to kind of decide who won with their picks for the draft.
Whoa, hold on! I didn't know this was a competition.
No, it's a bit of friendly competition. That's why I picked all the most hype pairs. But we'll let everyone else decide. So yeah, that'll call it for today. But thank you very much, Kenny, for coming on. Obviously, as we do every week, give yourself a shout out where people can follow you. And yeah, from me, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you. Mr. Unloved1s on all platforms. That's Mr._Unloved1s on all platforms. Yeah, man, I'm out here enjoying life. Next year, actually, let me say it like this. I do drop merch periodically, either with people or by myself. That link is usually in my bio on all platforms. But yeah, next year is going to be a lot different. Next year is a lot of trips, a lot of meetups, a lot more coming. So appreciate you guys for having me on, man. This was fun.
Fantastic. Thank you. Right. If you all want to give yourselves a little shout out, go for it.
Yeah. So it's Patrick Townsend on YouTube and Patrick. What am I?
Patrick
T for real on Insta if you want to follow. That's it really. I have got Twitter, but I don't really use it. So I don't know what's going on Twitter, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, watch my YouTube channel. It'd be great. Subscribe, love it. And yeah, I'm here with these guys every week. And Mr. Unloved1, it was a pleasure, real pleasure. Thanks for the history lesson as well. I loved it.
I tried, man.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You can follow me on Instagram and YouTube as Blazer Reggie, man. I was stoked, man, to talk to Mr. Unloved1s about the history of one of the most iconic shoes ever. To know that he has pretty much almost every pair there was. But nah, man, it was a pleasure coming on here, man. I know for sure I won this competition of the best Jordans, I said. But yeah, man, you can follow me on YouTube, man, Blazer Reggie. I'm posting pretty much almost every day, man. So if you want to holler at me on Instagram or YouTube, I'm always open for a good old tweet. I mean, well, not a tweet, a good old thumb twinning. What is that? A thumb
like?
Yeah, thumb mashing buttons and likes. Yeah. Hey, and Ash, stop throwing that shoe up. I see that shoe. Stop throwing that shoe up there. I see it.
Go on, Aiden.
Yeah, ACS sneakers on all platforms. Yeah, pretty much what everybody else has already said. It always sucks to go near the end because all the gestures are out of the way.
You go first next time, Aiden.
Yeah. So much easier than just because you just feel like adding on. But yeah, honestly, I really enjoyed this. Even though like if people watching back, they might be like, is he nodding off? I was just genuinely trying to take it all in because there've been a lot of times people called me out because I just don't know that much about Jordan 1. So the next time I do a Jordan 1 mid review, I'm going to be like, listen.
Yeah, here we go. Jordan Warham, 85.
So no, I
if y'all ever have any questions on anything, man, my DMs are open, man. That's pretty much where I'm at, man. Like, I know people have it in their heads that, oh, you got over 100K followers, you are like flooded with questions. I am, but there's this thing called a filter. You know, I can look at something without them knowing that I, read it, and if it's pertaining to something important, by all means, I'm going to answer it. If it's pertaining to, shoes, of course, but if it's something nonsense, delete. So.
Get another person. Do you want to represent our brand? All you have to do is pay 100 quid towards it, and
yeah, we want to work with you, but you've got to pay us money first.
You've got to pay us $1 grand.
Yeah. Oh man. or the new ones. You won. I won what?
The chance to work with us.
It's funny. I got one the other day, and it says we've been looking through your posts, and you are you are eligible to work with us. I said, oh, thank you.
Yeah, I got one, and it was thank you. We've we like what you're doing. We've looked at all your photos. You will be suitable for us. Now, this was definitely an American thing because obviously I'm called Ashley. That's in America, it's a female name, and I've got the kind of female spelling of it. So it's women's lingerie.
They definitely be looking through your photos.
Looking through my photos back when Rocky Horror.
Sure.
The Rocky Horror Picture Days. Oh, yeah, man. You don't know me, but yeah, to follow me. Obviously, I don't do much. Don't do YouTube or any of that. I'm not massive or anything. It's just Ashley Clark, 5 for the S, and yeah, as everyone else has kind of said, thanks, Kenny, for coming on, mate. Obviously, welcome to in the future. If there's something that you want to shout out, just and the same, hopefully, likewise, if we want to get you on again, it'd be great to have you on again. I'm sure there's plenty more questions.
Hey, once the mics go cold, y'all can ask me whatever y'all want.
That's all good then. Right. So from us at the Sneaker World Order, thank you for listening, and tune in again next week where we've got, we got Shay Cray and potentially a very special guest. So tune in next week. Thank you very much, guys.